Let's see identity operator. Identity operators are used to compare the objects, not if they are equal, but if they are actually the same object with the same memory location. Means identity operators actually checks whether the two objects are same or not. Means, for example, let's say we have x is equal to 12 and y is equal to 12. So what is happening behind the scenes is, in the memory, when I initialize x is equal to 12, we actually create the object in the memory, that is int object with value 12, and a variable x will be created, and the id of this int object with value 12 will be stored in the x variable. Similarly, for variable y, a new object is not created because this is int object and integer data types are immutable. So new object is not created, rather a new variable y is created, and the id of this same int object will be assigned to y also. So here we can see that the values of x and y are same, that is the id of this int object. Suppose the id of this int object is 101, so the values in x and y will be 101. Okay, so the job of identity operators is to check whether the same object is assigned to both the operands or not. Okay, so how we use identity operator? Firstly, there are two types of identity operators, is and is not. So we simply use is as. For these two variables x and y, we'll write x is y. So here we know that x and y are same objects, so in this case we'll get true. Suppose we have some another object that is mutable. Let's say we have two lists with same values, that is x is equal to 1, 2 and y is equal to 1, 2. So as we know that list is mutable, so when we declare x is equal to list 1, 2, in the memory a new list object will be created and the values 1 and 2 will be stored in that, and the variable x is created and the id of this list object will be assigned to x. For the second line, y is equal to 1, 2, another list object will be created and the values 1, 2 will be assigned in it, and a new variable y will be created and the id of this new list object will be assigned to y variable. So here we can clearly see that these two are different objects, so both of them are different, and if we do x is y test, then here we'll get false. Okay, beside these two identity operators, we have another operator, that is equal to operator, that is double equal to. So beginners usually get confused between equal to operator and is operator. Let's see what is the task of equal to operator. The task of equal to operator is, the equal to operator is simply a comparison operator and it is used to compare the values of two objects. So let's take this first case. Here we have an int object with value 12 and the id of this int object is assigned to x and y. So when we compare x and y, the values of the variables x and y will be compared, rather than it checks for the same object. And the values of x and y are same, that is 12. So here we'll get true. And in the second case, we have x is equal to list 1, 2 and y is equal to list 1, 2. So here simply values will be checked if the values of x and y are same. So here also they are same, so here also we'll get true. Okay, so this is a slight difference between equal to operator and is operator. Is operator checks whether both the operands refer to the same object or not, and equal to checks whether the value of the two operands are same or not. So let's see this in example. Back to added plus. Here inside 18 operators, we'll create a new folder 3 underscore is underscore double equal to, and inside this folder we'll create a new file a.py. We'll check for two types of data types, that is mutable and immutable. So first let's say mutable. Let's take list is mutable. So we have x is equal to 1, 2 inside list and y is equal to 1, 2. We have seen this example in the slide before, and we'll print x is y and print x equal to y. Here we have mutable data type, so in the memory the objects for list x and list y will be different. So our is test will return false and equal to result will return true. So let's see, running a.py. Okay, we are getting false and true. Okay, now let's check for immutable data type. Let's say we have a equal to string, go mind, and we have b is equal to same string, go mind. And we'll check for a is b and a equal to b. So print a is b and print a equal to b. Here we have string and we know that string is immutable. So for a and b there will be only single object. So our is test will return true as well as equal to operator will return true. So let's see, running a.py. Okay, see, we are getting true in both the cases. Okay, try with is not operator also, and try with different cases also. So that is all for identity operator. In the next section we'll see arithmetic operators.